Ways to use herbs. Place the required amount of water with the herb in a teapot or small pot. Simmer them for 5 to 15 minutes according to the instructions, counting from the moment the water starts to boil. We usually make a decoction when we use the hard parts of the herb, such as roots, bark, stems, fruits, and hard leaves, because these need more intense processing to give us their valuable components. When ready, strain and drink. If the taste is not pleasant, add honey or brown sugar. For 1 cup, add 2 teaspoons of the herb. For leaves, 5 leaflets are usually enough. We put the herb in a teapot or teapot, which contains water that has just been boiled, and we have taken it off the heat. We always cover so that their volatile substances, which are the most useful, do not evaporate. Leave it covered for 5 to 15 minutes according to the instructions. When ready, strain and drink. The dosages are the same as for the decoction. We make an infusion from the flowers, leaves, and generally from the most sensitive parts of the herb that are not so hard. We prefer the infusion to the decoction, when the herb allows it, in order to get as many of its beneficial properties as possible. The infusion results when we place fresh herbs in a container with oil, usually virgin olive oil, and if we leave it in the sun for a certain number of days depending on the herb. In this way, the active substances of the plant are released in the oil, and they are kept unchanged for a long time if we keep it sealed in a dark and dry place. Among the most well-known infusions in oil is balsamic vinegar. It is infusion of the herb in pure alcohol or alcohol for a few days. The alcohol helps to dissolve and absorb the active ingredients and substances of the herb more easily. For domestic use, alcoholic beverages, vodka, gin, white rum, Sipuro, Raki, with 50 degrees are suitable. We use pure vegetable alcohol and in a general ratio of 1:5, 1 part herb to 5 parts alcohol. Place the herb in a dark bottle and fill it with alcohol until it is completely covered. Leave it in a shady place for at least 10 days and mix by turning the bottle every 2-3 days. When it is ready, it is strained and stored in dark-colored bottles, remaining unchanged for at least 2 years. It is used either externally or drink 1 teaspoon dissolved in water or juice once or twice a day, depending on the treatment. The syrup is made by mixing an infusion or decoction of the herb with honey or raw sugar in a general ratio of 2:1. After heating the mixture, stir it so that it becomes homogeneous and place it in dark bottles. Feel free to drink 2-3 teaspoons a day when indicated by the treatment. It is kept in a cool and shady place for about 6 months. The fresh herb is usually chopped and boiled for a few minutes in water. Then we remove the water and place it on the affected area for 2-3 hours, holding it with sterile gauze, bandage, or cotton. Using an infusion of herbs or their oil and natural beeswax, we make an ointment.